Come here, son, nephew, young man. Let me holler at you. Recently, I was speaking to a slightly younger man who I used to mentor since his teens, and he's on a long journey to get and a couple of advanced degrees and certifications that go with them. I'm not going to put all this business out there, but it's required him to move across the country twice. So he's made his first move, and now he's headed to his second location to complete his education, and it's going to pay off for him too. So he was asking me for some help with funding on moving, and that's understandable. What he's doing is honorable, but I asked him, I'm like, why are we talking a $15,000 move? What you mean, man? Now, to give you some more context on his situation, he does have a child and he does have a female partner, and that's their agreement. That's their family structure. So they're already back with the young lady's mother because it was just best in the city that they were in while he's pursuing his education. It's expensive, and I get that. So he sent his woman and child back to her parents, and he's the only one in the current location, and he's the only one moving. So I asked him, I'm like, dude, he does need an upper tier wardrobe, so I get that much. But I'm like, okay, besides your clothes, because you're a man, what is it you need to move? So he's like, furniture and this and that, and I need a U-Haul truck, and we got to travel from Arizona to Alabama. And I'm like, wait, bro, wait. You're going where you're going for a mission, not for luxury. So I told him, sell all that stuff and rebuy it where you're going. Because if you're there strictly to work and strictly to get an education, you need little else as a man but a bed frame, a decent box spring and mattress, a dining room set so you can sit and do your work and sit and eat, a few dishes, um, forks and spoons, a few cups, because it's just you. You ain't there to be entertaining company. You're there to get to that place in life. But the rest of that stuff, washer and dryer, you can rebuy that. And I told him, look, this is sacrifice time. This isn't glamour time. I'm like, dude, you can go and buy something like that used, because they'll, if you're just talking about bare minimum, keep your money in your pocket, do what you got to do until brighter days, you can go to any type of furniture store or furniture rental store and ask them what they have that they want to sell that's used. Because look, if you go to the washateria, you're using a washing machine and dryer that other people use anyway. A dining room table, look, if it's all wood, once they bleach it down from wherever it came from, they might refinish the wood or whatever. Okay, you can get that for, pennies on the dollar. I'm like, the rest of that stuff you can reaccumulate or not, because you're only going to be there for 2 or 3 years. You need to be studying, and you need to be working, and you need to be getting your rest, because he's going to have to work long hours too. All else is futile. So why am I telling you this story? Look, as a man on your journey to wherever you're going, you may have to take a moment to where you don't have everything starting out, and you just go with necessities. And that's not only is that okay, I think it's good to keep you disciplined, to keep you hungry, to keep you focused. See, once you have luxuries in life that you taste, they're not luxuries anymore. Now they're necessities. Think about it. You get an iPhone, what they got now, the iPhone 27.5 and all this good stuff, and You can't go back to a flip phone. It's going to be hard. You sit in the Escalade, you might not be able to go back to a regular SUV again. You see what I'm saying? So you don't need to taste that forbidden fruit just yet that you can't really finance and fund anyway. You need to stick with your mission, stick with your goal, because, and that's probably a little past delayed gratification. That's more like it's more like sacrificing for the future. If you're in school, or you're getting some type of certification, or you're just starting out in life, you don't need fancy stuff just yet. Because what'll happen is you'll put yourself in a cycle where you're always trying to pay bills instead of saving and investing. And you'll be living from check to check, trying to keep up with luxuries rather than only going with what you need until you get to the point. Here's my general rule for luxury purchases. If I can't pay for it 10 times over, then I don't need it. Your mission with trying to achieve luxury too early, you prolong your mission. And also, as men, sometimes, and if you've been watching this channel, it's kind of like Jay-Z. Renaissance man went through that, so hopefully you won't have to go through that. But I'm talking about divorces. Now, I done been there and had to start over as well. And that was a good kick in the tail to let me know, okay, society's different now. Folks ain't really serious about marriage like they were. Okay, cool. It is what it is. So my son's about to pull up. I'm picking my son up for visitation. Um, so I had to start over once. I had to start over. And I went bare bones minimum, doubled up on my income, didn't have no woman. So I didn't have those expenses anymore. I'm gonna get off of here in just a second. Good morning, son. Give me just a moment. I'll talk to you in just a second, okay, dude? So I didn't have those expenses anymore, and it helped me get a new perspective on life, because a lot of that stuff that I had accumulated for a woman and child, I didn't need it for me. Now, I got everything back situated and double, almost triple the rate we were going as far as overall revenue for the family, because I restructured some things and did some things a different way. But I had to start over, and it helped me realize, hey, some of that stuff you don't even need, man. Let's take a different view on what's important. It forced me to relearn some things, because society shifts. Now we're moving to this FedNow deal where all your currency is going to be tracked. I hope you're paying attention to that. We're moving towards a cashless society. So, I'm not going to say too much on that issue, but you need to be preparing. You need to be understanding how that's going to work and how that's going to affect you. But if you haven't achieved what it is you need to achieve in life, there's an old saying down south, mainly amongst us black folks, that says, keep your eyes on the prize. And I want to encourage you today to pay attention to your goal. Keep your focus. Don't be distracted by little trinkets and trying to do too much too soon and try to live a life of luxury when you need to be living a life of humble beginnings and building to what you want. Build a solid foundation so what you're building doesn't crumble. Share this information, because if I had to share it with this young man who's highly intelligent, I guarantee you there's other young men who could use this information. You're welcome to hit the like button. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything but a little bit of effort. You're welcome to leave whatever comments, and you're welcome to subscribe. And as always, never lose the will to win and never lose the will to survive.